And I will test Sue. You're right-handed, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is Sue
Susan.
from El Paso.
Right.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test. Say, my name is Sue.
My name is Susan.
Sue. I'm sorry.
She's not going to get a good test on that one.
What was I thinking? My name is Susan.
My name is Susan.
Oh. She's strong. Okay, now I'm going to have you make a statement, Susan. And we're getting into the self-worth issue. How much do you think you're worth? Not literally, but what do you think that feeling is inside that says I'm worth a certain amount of money? And we're talking money here. We're not talking any of. I'm worth at least $100. I'm worth at least $100.
I'm worth at least $100. I'm worth at least $100.
Oh.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Say it again.
I'm worth at least $100.
Hold. She's strong. Say I'm worth at least $100,000.
I'm worth at least $100,000.
Hold. She's
Good.
strong. I'm worth at least $1 million.
I'm worth at least $1 million.
Good.
She's strong. I'm worth at least $10 million. Hold.
I'm worth at least $10 million.
All right, hold. Oh, she went weak. Okay, so somewhere between $1 million and $10 million. All right, what I want you to do is take your partner. I want you to find out from each of you how much you think you're worth. How much they think you're worth. How much you can earn is an idea. How much can you take action on is an actual. It's more than an idea. It's a rubber to the road type thing. The question was, what's the difference between earning and taking action? And the taking action has to do with actually committing to something, whereas earning does not necessarily involve a commitment. Does that answer your question? Okay. So you're testing two different aspects of going out and getting the money. Good question. Thank you. Everybody find that fun?
Yeah.
Is that good? It's informative, huh? How many of you learned something?
Yeah.
Okay, great. It was an eye-opener for me. I mean, when I first started finding these things, it was like, holy cow. And actually, I did the first 4, and I was really strong because I'd worked on my stuff all my life. How many of you have worked on your stuff?
Oh, yeah.
About money consciousness and all that. And then you find out you're strong on everything about money. And you get to that point where you're very strong on every, you can earn it, you can accept it, you're worth a lot of money. All these things are important. What I found was that the last 3 sort of opened up by default. I found out I wasn't getting results. And there was a scientist part of me that says, wait a minute, if I'm not getting results, what am I doing? I'm just sort of barking. I'm sort of baying at the moon. I'm not really making things happen. And so what I wanted to do was make things happen. And that's been my intent all along. And so the last 3 modules basically have to do with making things happen in your life, not just wishing for them. So what I discovered is that when you test for those 4 factors that you just tested for, add these 3 to them. In the presence of my father, in the presence of my mother, in the presence of my ancestors. And you'll find that you may have been strong, you may have been worth $20 million before. In the presence of your father or your mother, you may just be worth like $20, something. It all depends. I mean, some people, and I've talked to people who have money, and I've actually tested them, and I found that it doesn't matter who's present, father, mother, ancestors, they're just strong no matter what, because they have that intrinsic feeling inside. They feel that support. Yes, you had a question.
Yeah, well, the statement, we just had a real good experience.
There's no limit to what you can do. But again, some cultures, they worship ancestors. And it's not just because it looks good, or it's just, not just because it looks good or something is just always done. They may have lost touch with why they do it, but this is why they do it. They do it because they have a feeling inside about who they are. And if they don't get in touch with that feeling, and one of the reasons I discovered this, by the way, the first 2 pictures are actually my family. The third one, I don't know who that is. He's a prospector. But the point is that if you get in touch with your roots, if you find out where you came from, it's a very powerful experience.